It's one of Chris's favorite bands, Motley Crue, with Angela.
Yeah, it is. Do I sound better or no?
Much better.
All right, good.
Well, your buddy, Nikki Sixx,
Yeah.
getting his name in the music news, capitalizing on the announcement of GNR getting back together.
Did he? I didn't see that.
Nikki Sixx, everybody knows Guns N' Roses is reuniting for a world tour.
Well, he would know. He's got the inside information, right?
Apparently he does. Motley Crue and 6 a.m. bassist Nikki Sixx says everybody knows the classic lineup of Guns N' Roses is reforming for a world tour. Asked by a fan on Twitter if Guns N' Roses should do a reunion tour, Sixx responded, "They are. Everybody knows." This is news.
Well, Nikki speaks. People listen.
Apparently. One of Sixx's bandmates in 6 a.m. is DJ Ashba, who played guitar for Guns N' Roses for 6 years before announcing his departure this past July.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Relic Vicky Hamilton, who is best known for managing the early careers of Guns N' Roses and Poison, in addition to serving as a management consultant for Motley Crue, revealed in a Facebook post that she was texting with former Guns N' Roses guitarist Slash.
Holy cow. This is breaking news.
That's why I brought it to the table. Who apparently told her that the rumored Guns N' Roses tour isn't happening.
Told her it's not happening.
That's what she said.
Okay.
A report from Dish Nation on Tuesday claimed that a reunion tour of the classic GNR Guns N' Roses is close to being revealed.
Oh, good.
With the band allegedly headlining several major festivals in Europe and the U.S. before embarking on a worldwide tour to mark its 30th anniversary.
Okay.
Slash and Axl have verbally agreed to get things together again and reform the original band. The live show is where they can show the world what they had and also make the greatest earnings.
Yeah, and I think I think it's in reverse order too.
Yes, exactly. The source added promoters are quietly working away to land opportunities. Details of the reunion are expected to leak out in the next few days. Everyone is expecting huge demand for tickets, but the boys are very humble and are not sure what to expect.
You want to hear what I heard the cost to book it is?
Go ahead.
7 figures, not $1 million.
Yeah, I was going to think it was going to be like a $2 million, 1.5 or something like that.
Yeah, like 2.3.
2.3?
2.3 just to have it.
All right. Well, if it sells out at a stadium, I mean, they're going to make that money back in spades, Well,
they'll make their money back, but wow.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a risk.
I agree.
2.3 million on a band that hasn't always shown up to play when they're contracted to play.
True. But I'm sure that there must be, in the contractual agreement that these promoters would cover their ass somewhat.
Right.
Given the, past performance.
Yeah, I don't know that I would want to shell out that much.
Sure. According to other reports, the band has already been approached about playing shows in Australia, Tim James.
Wow.
Portugal and Sweden.
How much do you think Tim James will pay for a ticket? 10 grand?
Well, he wanted to pay $4,000 for that meet and greet, but he didn't do that.
But that was just Motley. This is Guns N' Roses.
Right, but I don't know how big of a fan Tim is of Guns N' Roses, though.
Yeah, but Tim likes anything from the 80s.
Sure, that's true. Rumors about the reunion have been heating up ever since the summer when Slash revealed that he and singer Axl Rose had repaired their relationship after nearly 20 years of estrangement.
Wow.
Isn't that an odd estranged?
Yeah. When you're talking to yourself.
Exactly.
And nobody's home.
The longtime feud between Slash and Rose has been seen for some time as the main stumbling block to the reunion of the original lineup, which has not performed together in 24 years.
Right.
And will continue not performing together for another 24 years.
Right, after this 1 year.
Yeah, well, this original lineup, though.
They're not getting back.
This is not the original lineup. This is 3/5 of it.
Mm-hmm.
Several members have recently left the current lineup of Guns N' Roses, which features Rose as the solo original member.
Right.
The band has not performed live since last year. The band's Twitter account has posted several cryptic messages lately, furthering
spooky.
talk of a reunion.
Very spooky.
Cryptic.
Ooh.
So there you are.
Yeah. You know why this is happening, right?
Why is this happening?
Slash's divorce. He's got to replenish that money.
Well, I know, but do you think Axl cares about Slash's divorce?
No, but I think Slash has always not been willing to even discuss this as as even being willing to do it. But now that he's got to give Perla probably 20 to 50 million, he needs to get out there and fucking make that back.
Right. You're probably right.
And that's why he's doing it. This is money he won't have to pay her.
That's true, because it happened after the divorce.
Yeah, so he can go make his quick 50 mil, and it's almost like it's a wash. He has to suffer through one summer with Axl to wash away fucking Perla.
Right.
That's a win-win.
I never understand, and we've talked about this before, and I'm not going to rehash this whole thing, but these guys with money and fame, it always amazes me that they get married to begin with. And
I know.
And then knock out a couple of 3 children on top of that.
Of course.
You know, because it never seems to last ever.
No. Why is it that if you're successful that you owe your fucking partner that lifestyle? I've never understood that part.
Well, I think that's what the laws dictate rather than, whether it's right or not.
Well, why not just a living wage?
Well, see, here's the thing. This is why prenups are,
Right.
in place for a lot of these people. Because of that, because of the laws, the way that they're written, that if there is no prenup or there is no agreement, that as soon as you sign that paper, they're in for half.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense, though. I mean, what did Perla, whatever her last name is, do that makes her worth $50 million?
Well, she maintained Slash. That was the big money.
She maintained Slash.
Well, that's the argument. I mean, I don't agree with it, but that's what they say. That's the argument. Well, if it wasn't for me.
Yeah, he'd have been banging someone else. Shut up.
Yeah, more or less.
She did nothing that's $20 million worth of value to Slash. There's not a damn thing she did that was worth $20 million of Slash's career.
Right. Well, that goes back to even Paul McCartney.
Sure. Yeah, well, he's another one.
Yeah, who married that one-legged bandit. I mean, she walked away with $62 million or something like that.
What did she do?
Nothing.
Nothing. She jumped in when Paul was already a billionaire.
Yeah, I know.
She added nothing to Paul's career. Not a damn thing. If anything, she made Paul's career less valuable. People were like, what the fuck is wrong with him fucking a one-legged chick?
Right. So, she walked away with a shitload of cash.
I know. Well, she didn't walk away. She hopped away.
Yeah, she hobbled away.
She wheelchaired the fuck out of there with a lot of cake.
She did. Let's see, who else walked away with like a shitload of cash?
Any of these fucking
I know who gave away more than like 3/4 of his wealth because of being married multiple times.
Who?
Phil Collins of Genesis.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that guy, he's been divorced like 3 times.
Right.
And he gave away, I think his total divorce amounts between the 3 was like $130 million.
Good Lord.
Something like that.
Jesus. Let's be realistic here. Is there anything that any wife does especially for somebody that is already successful when they get married, that is worth more than, say, $200,000 a year?
Well, I guess you would have to look at the individual circumstances. What were they doing prior to being married? I think that they should go back to the whatever it is whatever level of living they were at prior to being married.
Yeah, maybe a bump for time served.
Yeah, 10%.
Yeah, for time served.
Right.
But I mean that's it. These guys that bang out some groupie chick and like the feel of their pussy and marry them, that chick was making fucking McDonald's money. And now she's worth $20 million? That's ridiculous.
I agree.
It's just ridiculous.
So, well, anyway, I'm sorry to see Slash, his marriage. Is that the first or second time?
I don't know. I really don't know with Slash. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's look. How many wives has Slash had? It just says just the one.
Okay.
That I'm seeing here. What does she want? Oh, here we go. Oof. They are said to have separated after 13 years of marriage. A Guns N' Roses guitarist Slash could be about to lose half his money to Perla Farrar.
Right. Is she related to Frank?
Wouldn't that be a pisser?
Right. And that's funny, pisser.
I know. I sort of was going with that. But
right.
I was going for the insider joke. But
sure.
I'm just looking to see. I'm trying to see how much she would win, but they're not saying. That makes me sick. How can she be getting that kind of cake? What has she done to deserve it? Fucked him?
Well, you never know. But that kind of money, no way.
And she's not worth half of Guns N' Roses' money.
Right.
There's nothing she could have done that makes her worth that. Nothing. Unless she wrote those songs secretly. What did she do? It's her own profile because of him. She's probably worth more now on the free market because of him. She's like, what's that chick, that Lydia Chris?
Yeah.
She's like that. She's worth more now because she banged out Slash than she was before she banged out Slash.
Right.
Right?
Sure.
She can't be. So Slash should get paid from her, even if he has a bunch of money.
Right. That's what I was wondering.
He was married to Renee Saran in Marina Del Rey in 1992.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And they broke up 5 years later.
Okay.
And then he married Perla.
Right.
So there you go. Oof, poor Slash. Now he has to do a suck tour. Pretend he's cares. Pretend he thinks it's a good idea.
Sure.
Yeah, do you think that he's really just pretending that it's a good idea?
Well, I'm sure after being away from Guns, when was the last time GNR performed with Slash? Was 93?
Yeah, it's been a long time.
So it's been 22 years.
Right.
I'm sure at some point you get in your head that, it'd be kind of cool to play those songs again.
Yeah, but then you look across the stage and you see fucking Richard Fortus, and you turn around and you see Frank Farrar. And you're like, this isn't the band I was in.
It's true. But you know what? I was playing the Roxino last month. Now I'm playing stadiums.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, that's got to be the big thing for him, is regardless of if we think he's good or not, out of Guns N' Roses, he's never been that big. Really. I mean, I love the Slash records.
Well, he's a recognizable figure in the music world, though.
Sure, but he's not a 10,000 a night draw.
No, not on his own. No.
And not with Velvet Revolver, and not with the Conspirators.
True.
Not with Snake Pit, any version.
Well, that name recognition plays big.
Yeah.
Just ask Bobby Blotzer. I mean,
I will on the 26th.
I mean, he goes from, Bobby Blotzer's Rat Experience to being Rat.
Yeah. Did you see the Facebook post I got from Annette this week?
Yes, I did.
Asking me if this was real Bobby Blotzer.
Well, she was texting me because she actually went back and listened to the show last week about us doing our protest.
Yeah, she's in, isn't she?
That's what she said. I'll go out there and protest too.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of that. A lot of people want to protest.
Sure, of course. Everybody wants in. Sounds like fun.
It does sound fun.
All right. Well, getting back to Guns N' Roses, according to Dish Nation, a reunion tour of the classic lineup of Guns N' Roses is close to being revealed, which obviously it has.
No, it hasn't.
It hasn't really been revealed?
No, not yet. I mean, I don't want to say exactly where I heard it from, but I heard it from somebody that books those kind of shows.
Okay.
Somebody that I know, and I don't know if you know that I even know this guy, but it's somebody that I know that books those sort of shows. This guy.
Okay.
Do you know this guy?
No, I do not.
Okay. This is his company.
Okay. No.
And he books. You don't know that company?
Not at all.
Okay. Yeah, they book those kind of shows.
Okay.
That's who I heard it from.
All right. Former Guns N' Roses guitarist Slash recently said that he and Guns lead singer Axl Rose had repaired their estranged relationship after nearly 20 years, immediately leading to a storm of speculation about a possible reunion of the classic Guns lineup. A music insider told Dish Nation Slash and Axl have verbally agreed to get things together again and reform the original band. Promoters are quietly working away to land opportunities. According to other reports, the band was already approached about playing shows in Australia, Portugal, and Sweden. In other news, a longtime friend of ex-Guns N' Roses bassist Duff McKagan's wife, Susan Holmes McKagan.
Wow, that's a close fit.
Yeah, she's an ex-wife now.
Yeah, that's close to the situation.
Brandy Glanville told a paparazzi reporter during a night out, Guns N' Roses is coming back, motherfuckers.
Woo! Language, please.
Rose is the only original member playing with his current lineup, which has toured intermittently since 2006. Played its last Las Vegas show residency last year. The closest anyone came to a Guns N' Roses reunion in recent memory was when the band was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2012. Three original members of the band, including Slash, Duff, and former drummer Steven Adler, showed up, but Axl and guitarist Izzy Stradlin were no-shows. At the time, Slash said in several interviews that the Rock of Hall of Fame ceremony gave him a sense of closure.
Doors open again.
Guns N' Roses recently parted ways with guitarist DJ Ashba and Ron Bumblefoot Thal.
BM!
Yeah. So there you are. That's what's going on.
Now, here's the real question. Forget this dumb reunion. Is anybody going to remember Bum in like 2 years?
No, of course not.
Does he just disappear?
Yeah, I think so.
Or does he become one of these Doogie White types that's on every tribute record?
You know what? Even if he was, would that really make a difference?
Yeah, that's true. And they're really not making those anymore that I've seen.
Well, where's the money in that? I mean, again, who would be buying that stuff?
Yeah, nobody even buys regular records anymore. So, who knows?
Is there something wrong with the chat room?
Yeah, it's fucking gone.
Is it?
Yeah, I can't get into it.
Oh, I see it. I mean, I see it fine.
I can't get into it.
I see May K saying, Neeley, can't you reset the chat and work your magic?
No. Tell her no.
All right. I don't know. I see it fine, but all right.
I can't even log into it. I'm getting all kinds of texts that's down, so fuck it.
Well, there's a bunch of people in there and still posting away.
Have at it. I can't.
All right, whatever. So anyway, there you go.
All right.
All right.
Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.